lot of people, this is used in a lot of homes because it's so beautiful. It's one of it's called the Earth Gong. And it's just, I think, gorgeous. And it's also a very easy gong to play. It's a very easy gong to get all the sound that it has out of it. It's a very low-pitched gong, too. Then the planetary gongs, actually they're tuned. These are used quite often along with the symphonics in yoga classes, different things like that, and again at home. And they're more meditative. They're more focused. You really, and these are the gongs that I noticed that like different people like different ones, just like everything else. You know, some people like pink, some people like blue. The first violinist with the Memphis Symphony wanted to come in. I had a special little thing with her. And she was explaining to me when she was standing here and I was playing these gongs, she of course closed her eyes and she was explaining the red and the green and the blue. She heard in color. So it's kind of interesting too, yes. But these gongs, you can tell, are much more focused. Very hypnotic.
So when you hear of like people doing sound baths, kind of like that sort of form of meditation and massage, I guess, is this what they're using?
Yes, yes.
Okay.
And it could be any of these. We're going to see some other gongs later that are not what this is. These are the ultimate. You're in the ultimate. This is the real deal as far as the gongs. But you can use any gong for that. You know, again, I can't remember what I told every class, but if I repeat myself, I'm sorry. But the people sometimes think, well, this is spiritual or religious or Buddhist or something, but it's really none of that. And it's not hocus pocus, as these two girls can tell you, because you felt it, and it was simply vibration. It was the energy of the metal moving air. There's nothing. It's just what that is. And that's really what the whole thing is about. But one guy, in fact, Eric Peisey was going to explain that to me. He said some people use the gong to just, to just calm them down. You know, some people do different things. You sit on the porch and read a paper. You run a bath. You listen to the fan blowing. All that stuff. He said some people in church, the church organ transports you to the place you want to be. And he says, that's what some people use the gong for. That, they just love that sound and it just does something to them. That make sense?
Mm-hmm. Okay. So how many people have a gong?
Well, right.
Knock on the door.
And do they live in Memphis?
So different.
This one is a symphonic gong, just exactly like this one, except it has a brilliant finish on it, like those two small ones there. Okay. Now they have a brilliant. Anybody ever heard of Emerson, Lake and Palmer or Asia, the group Asia? Mm-hmm. Palmer's the drummer for that, and I have his gongs out in that little room. You didn't see it out there, but he's kind of bling bling, so he just traded his in and got the brilliant. And this is actually that's a mirror. I mean, it's amazing how that is polished to that center part. Mm-hmm. And I've had pictures taken of people. We've had photo things in here, and people like to see pictures of their picture taken in the mirror, and it's a different person that they see. It's not like looking in a mirror. When you look in a mirror, you see yourself. But when they look in the mirror of the gong, it's like they're looking at someone else. I don't know if it's their whatever their self. Gonna tell you the story about the lady that saw this blizzard. Ooh, that's a good story. A lot of stories and a lot of people seeing a lot of things in here. One of my employees, Carter Baldwin, his mother came in December to visit him here for the first time. She hadn't been. But 2011 was a horrible year for her. She had a big family dispute. She had lost her job. She had to move. It was just one of those years. It was horrible. And so she came to visit him. And he asked me if I would take him and his mom into the chambers. She had heard about it because of him working here. I said, sure. And I didn't know. I didn't make a big deal. I just came in, brought him in, showed him, played for a second. And I didn't know if they'd get it or not. But when she left, she came in the office and said, I want to thank you. I really enjoyed that. And I said, well, you're welcome. And she said, I'm going to tell you what I saw. She said, I saw this total whiteout blizzard. And I saw this black train coming out of the blizzard. And a lot of people told me different things, you know, so I just go, that's what you saw. That's good. Great. I'm glad you did. The next day, her son comes in and tells me, I want to thank you for taking my mom, and it's the first time I've seen her smile in a year. So when I hear stuff like that, I go, I guess it's, you know, whatever, it's good. I mean, I'm happy with it, whatever, you know, it does it to you. And now she's going to have a painting commissioned of what she saw. And speaking of paintings, George Hunt, everybody know George Hunt? You know, I've got a painting of his in the auction room in there. And George was in, and I had a little special thing with him in here. And of course, I couldn't get him out. It was one of my problems. But he was standing here, and like a lot of people, I have to ask the question. One lady, I saw one lady just morph in front of me. Her face, I was looking at her, and it's like one of those things you've seen in movies, you know, where the face just, I go, God, I said, are you okay? And she said, yes. You know, I mean, it's just crazy. But anyway, George was like doing this. He was like, and I said, George, are you okay? He said, yes. He said, I feel like I'm on an aircraft carrier off the coast of Vietnam. And I went, well, George, I never, you were in the service. I've never been on an aircraft carrier. I've never seen Vietnam. But that's what he saw that day, you know.
It's been on something else.
Okay. Any more questions in here? All right.